Question: would you ever get married?
Ooh.
In this current version of marriage, no. I'm not gonna lie. In this current, the way it's so heavily skewed towards women, I couldn't see myself.
What version of marriage could you see yourself?
I just told you, man. I got a whole contract, dog. No, I'm just saying, like, it would have to be like
because of the and that's what I'm saying.
It's because of the.
You would be with a woman long term, though.
Oh, of course,
like
100%,
20, 30 years,
100%,
and you would love her, right? And you would be very devoted and committed to her, right?
No
but
problem.
you probably would have a hard time signing the contract, 100, right?
Because the contract does
That's
not.
my point.
The contract does not favor me. And so I believe in love. I believe in companionship. I believe in men, the union between men and women. I believe in all of that. Yeah. But that contract that you asked me to sign, I'm like, I don't know about that.
That's the problem is, what are guys like you supposed to do? Sure. Maybe you had a good experience of marriage in your family, but that's not everyone. Like, some people watch their dad get taken to the cleaners.
Right.
Some men have like watched their dad commit suicide. Some men thought that their dad was a deadbeat just to find out he wasn't allowed in their life after 20 years. And so it's like, what are those guys supposed to do? Sign the same contract they watched everyone else get wrecked by?
I was in a 10-year relationship.
And it doesn't mean he doesn't love the girl.
Could have been classed as a marriage. But even after going through that and having the isms and the schisms that happen after that, when you've got a child with somebody, et cetera, I was like, imagine if I was married. Like, I'm having these problems without being married. Imagine if I was married.
And I'm curious, how long was it until the problems started coming? Like, what would you say? How many years?
I would say 6 years in.
6 years in.
I would say about 6 years in.
Would you say there was like a switch that was flipped, or what did you see signs early on?
I would say that I could say, looking back, hindsight is 2020. I would be like, you missed that.
Yeah.
You missed that. Oh, you missed that, didn't you? But because there's a whole thing of when you're in a relationship, you're just in one. And people from the outside can see it, which is very interesting about love. People from the outside can say, yeah, I saw some things. And you're like, no, I love them. I'm cool. Everything's fine. And the thing is, that's what essentially what people are supposed to do in relationships. They're not supposed to allow people from the outside into their. I don't believe in allowing outside people into your relationship. I don't believe that, because I believe that's one of the best ways for a relationship to break down. So when you're in the relationship, I get why people say, oh, we were just in it and it was happening, and I didn't listen to anybody else, because I am a firm believer that if I'm with you and you're with me, we should only listen to each other, because we are the ones in the relationship. No one else is in it. It's just us.
So
we want to introduce you to the most amazing destinations in the world.
Tel Aviv and Jerusalem.
Tel Aviv.
I'm curious though, don't you think you would have seen it sooner had you listened to other people?
I would have seen it sooner if I had educated myself better. That, like, I can take full responsibility and say there were certain things that I did not know when I entered that relationship. There are things that now I know after being out of the relationship. And so for me, it's growth as a human being. It's like sometimes you have to grow. You have to go through certain situations to understand exactly what it is. So I would say, because the reason why I would say no, because I'm a stubborn individual. I know that about myself. It's if somebody from the outside is telling me you can't do or you shouldn't do, I'm like, fuck you. I'm gonna do it. Like, I know that about myself. So I have to learn. I know that I have to learn the hard way. That's just me as an individual. But once I learn, I'm like, you're not gonna fool me again. I'm not gonna go through that again, because I'm also a learner. So yeah, if somebody from the outside could have seen it, would have been great. If they told me, I probably still wouldn't listen, because I'm a hard-headed individual.
This is one of the comments. The reason it's 6 to 7 years is that's about how long women can, quote unquote, live a lie before they have to unburden themselves with the torture of the lie that they don't actually want the man they're with.
Probably.
That's what they said.
Like, the thing is, the things that I've learned as a man and being in a relationship like that, for me they're priceless. For me, I'm just saying, for me, they're absolutely priceless.
Would you do it again?
Hell no. Like, I wouldn't, because I'm smarter now. That's the thing. I'm smarter now. So I've learned from the mistakes that I made. And I've always said, the only way a man becomes, I say the only way, one of the ways that men become men is going through tough times. Is going through things that we don't think we're going to go through, and we think we're invincible. And then life says, haha, fuck you, motherfucker. Here you go. Here's a curveball, right? And I think that tough times produce tough people. I think easy times produce soft people. So I would say that any man that's gone through something tough in his life, he's probably like a man that people would want to be around. And he's speaking like that because he's gone through those things. That's what I would say.
Love you, Sarah.
Oh, shit. I got some love.